Hello everyone and happy Easter. Today we have a fun craft along with a ton of beautiful projects, and I hope you guys enjoy all the Easter themed projects. Today I'm focusing on some fun bits of Easter, and you can see all the other ladies linked down below and you can check out their videos. They have some great projects. I've seen some of them and they're absolutely beautiful, so definitely check them out. You don't want to miss out on those, and hopefully finding someone new to follow as well. Today I'm working with this Pink Fresh Studio background paper. This is from the Dream On collection. It's a white with like black scribble circles that are vertical lines. It doesn't show up too well on camera, but it is there. I'm also pulling out this Maggie Holmes bright pink picnic table sort of pattern plaid, and I absolutely adore that. And then I'm also pulling out this one from the Bloom paper, which is the cut apart sheet, and I absolutely adore that one as well. And I have a lot of ideas in mind for using that cut apart sheet. So as you can probably already tell, I am going the pastel route on this layout. I definitely want to use a lot of the pastels from the Maggie Holmes Bloom paper pad. It's a gorgeous paper pad and I love the colors in it. Originally I thought I was going to do a sort of horizontal design since my photo is horizontal, but I found this frame inside this cut apart sheet with butterflies on it, and I'm going to cut out the middle to be able to make a shaker window. And if you guys didn't know, I am on the Spiegel Mom Scraps design team, so I'm always looking for fun ways to use my sequins, and this is one of my favorites. And it's simply to make a DIY shaker out of frames or die cuts. And I'm very happy to be using the Hippity Hoppity sequin mix today. And you guys can use my code Caitlin15 for 15% off your next order at Spiegel Mom Scraps. And the Hippity Hoppity mix has these adorable little bunny heads in it, and it is perfect for all your Easter projects. So I'm going to cut out the middle of this frame. It says like May 18th, 19th. It's like a, an ephemera piece where it has like a fake date and a fake festival sort of thing. And I just want the butterflies here, which I think are absolutely adorable. And I also loved this ticket stubs. So it says 14, 15, and 16. I just love the color of those. I think it sets the whole color scheme for the entire layout. So now that I know what sort of color scheme I'm going with, I go through my DCWP Sweet Stack, which all of these items are part of my How to Kill a Kit with Style April kit. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll have the playlist linked down below in case you guys are interested in seeing me work with more pastels. But I use that paper pad and pull out some papers. I do a pink, a multicolored, and then a blue. Again, trying to stick with the color theme here. Those pastels, beautiful Easter vibes coming out of here. And I'm just going to layer my photo up. I did trim my photo down a little bit. There was some unnecessary white space in it, and it is a fairly dark photo. It's backlit, it's a silhouette, but we are in the local candy shop in this photo, getting Easter goodies, of course. So that's why I decided to scrapbook this one. And here's where I got crazy. I count these squares on my plaid paper here so I can cut a fishtail banner. Essentially, you just want to cut in the middle and then cut 2 triangles out to make the beautiful fishtail piece. And that's when I decide I'm going to do a more of a vertical spread. It actually becomes more of an L shape towards the end, which you guys will see. That's sort of how my title ends up fitting in, is through the L shape. Now, when doing a shaker window, you have to be sure that you have a background piece ready. So I decide to get another cut apart off of this sheet. That's the same size, and that will be my background for this shaker window. And I always use old packaging to make my shaker windows, so obviously when making a shaker window you need something to keep the sequins in place in your window. So I use old acetate from packaging, and this is a great way to help the environment. The plastic doesn't end up in the landfill, and you can use it for your projects, and it works really well. And I just glue that down with my ATG gun. That works very well for plastics. Once I have the plastic pressed in place, then I start placing my foam, and I tend to use foam squares. Sometimes I'll use fun foam. It really just depends on how large my shaker is. So I end up being able to use the full-size fun foam on one of the sides of my shaker window, and then I have to cut the rest in half. You can prevent this by just, making a bigger shaker window, or you could just use fun foam and cut it into strips instead, which would probably be faster, but I speed this up pretty quick so you guys don't have to watch. But once I'm done filling the foam squares up and making a solid border, I then use my anti-static powder tool to brush the inside so my sequins don't stick, and then I fill it with beautiful sequins. Now I used the Hippity Hoppity sequin mix and a few others like 50 Sock Hop to get a little bit more color in here, and Confetti Burst to get a couple more shades of blue and green, and then there's beautiful white hearts in there as well. I'm just going to trim my background piece so you can't see it, and then we are all set. I pressed it all together, and now we have a firm shaker window. Not too bad. It's pretty quick, pretty easy. You just got to be careful that when you use fun foam, you don't, get sequins in the way or something like that. Next up, I pull out this American Crafts sticker set, which is from a Dear Lizzie collection. And this is just an adorable thicker sheet. I pull out a couple pieces. One says eat dessert first, and that's in the top left. And then I have a circle oval shape that says oh joy in pink with some gold foiled hearts to the bottom right of my photo. Next, I pull out my beautiful, beautiful sticker book by Maggie Holmes. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm obsessed with it. I've used it so much this month. If you guys have sticker books, let me tell you, they are addicting. I want to buy more, but I am going to try to use these ones up quite a bit first before I go too crazy. I pull out this beautiful bunny, which is a little pink bunny, and I'm not sure, I think it's from the Whimsical collection, but I'm not 100% sure. It was given to me in a kit from a Click Kits kit when I did a special hop for them a little while back, and I still had it, and I knew I just had to use it on this layout. And the reason I pulled out the Maggie Holmes sticker book was because I knew there were bunnies inside it, and I will feature those a little bit later when I get those smaller embellishments out. So here I start gluing down my pieces. I'm pretty sure I glued them on crooked now. I'm not hugely obsessed with making sure everything's on straight, but I do want it to look okay. It does look okay in the end, but things are still a little bit wonky. And to glue down my shaker frame, I just put some ATG adhesive on the back, nothing too crazy, and put it into place. As you can see, I'm using my ATG adhesive even on the back of my stickers, mainly because they don't stick very well, especially these chipboard ones. The chipboard's almost too heavy for everything else. I pull out a little yellow piece there, a little phrase there, and I put that above the eat dessert first, and I'm going to create a cluster up there that works really well. Here I'm grabbing some yellow washi tape because I definitely want to bring some more yellow in, and this is not a perfect match yellow. This is more of a little bit brighter of a yellow than is seen in the other elements, but I thought a little stripe of yellow would add a little bit more of a burst of color on that side of the photo. To balance out the other bits of yellow, I decided to grab another little strip of washi tape and tuck it under my frame there. It looks beautiful and sort of balances out that washi on the right hand side and the washi at the top there. Or not the washi, the yellow strip at the top there. So here's where I start going through the sticker book. I have this little deer I wanted to use, but I end up putting that one back because then I find the bunnies. So I use a yellow bunny down here with the oh joy, and then I use a little mint colored bunny at the top there. Of course, you can't have an Easter layout without some adorable bunnies. So I put those guys there, and there are some chocolate bunnies in the photo. You can't really tell because, again, the contrast in the photo compared to my desk is pretty insane. But there are some chocolate bunnies in the photo as well. And then here I start flipping through. I just love this sticker book. I just can't get over how beautiful it is. And I just pull out so many different pieces. Here is where I end up getting some of my title. Now this word is loved, and it's in a baby pink, which matches pretty well with some of the other elements. It's not a perfect match. It is much more of a dusty pink versus the brighter pink that's in the plaid, but it works well. So I pull that out, and that'll be part of the title later on. And then I pull out some of these journaling block or planner blocks. Since these sticker books were made for planners in mind, they do have these weird rectangular boxes, and I just layered some of those behind the doily to have some peaks of color show through. It looks like I layered a bunch of papers over there, but really I just stuck 2 stickers down, and that brings in some more yellow and blue into the layout. And before I get too carried away, I want to pull out some options for my title, for the rest of my title. So right now I have the word loved, and my title is going to be She Loved Stones Candy, which is where we were. And then I suddenly remembered I had these little chipboard stars that were in these baby pink color, and I pulled them out before I forgot, and I'll glue those down as well. And these are just from Studio Calico, and these were a last minute addition to my kit, but I really enjoy how they add a lot of dimension to the layout. And I'm going to use these Pink Fresh Studio alphabet stickers, which I absolutely adore. I've used the crap out of them, and I'm going to continue to use the crap out of them until they're gone. But essentially I put down the rest of my title, Stones Candy, and then she at the top, which was in the alphabet from this sticker book here, which you can see right there. And I just glued all those down off camera because those are pesky little letters to glue down. I love them, but they are very pesky. And then here I'm coming back in with the Hippity Hoppity sequin mix and adding the last final touches. I add a ton of sequins to this, I'm not going to lie. There's the shaker pocket, and then I add all these other sequins, which I think really just complete the layout. It adds a lot of extra little shine when you move it in the light and extra color, bringing in that minty green and that baby pink. Just so beautiful. And there's also the white in there as well. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this process video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up because that helps me out a lot. And be sure to turn on the notification bell or subscribe if you're not already. And I would love to have you guys stick around. But be sure to check out everyone else down below. There's tons of different projects, not just scrapbooking, so definitely check them out. And I hope you guys have a happy, happy Easter and a happy holiday weekend. And I will be back with you guys soon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!